What is going on, Game House? I am Germ here. Today we are back breaking down another off-meta pick, different strategy, different style, whatever you guys want to call it. And I know what you're thinking. We're talking about Pantheon Jungle today. Pantheon Jungle's not super off-meta. It's something we've seen before. It's nothing too insane. It's nothing too crazy. But I will remind you guys, Pantheon Jungle, patch 12.13, had a 43% win rate in Plat plus solo queue around the world. Pantheon Jungle was borderline not playable. I mean, if you're picking 43% win rate champions or picks or playstyles in your ranked games, you are doing your team a disservice. So, yeah, Pantheon Jungle has really not been a pick as of late. So, when people read the patch 12.14 notes, which just dropped today, so happy patch 12.14 to everybody. It's a new patch. We have all new buffs, nerfs, everything coming in, all these different things to try out. The Pantheon buffs that came in were his Q. Comet Spear used to do 70% damage to minions and monsters, but now it deals 70% damage to minions, but it deals 105% damage to monsters. So obviously everyone was reading this and they were saying, hey guys, Pantheon Jungle, it's back on the menu. It's now a pick again. It's now playable again. So that's why I wanted to go over this today. The player we are looking at right now on the screen, this is G2 Boomer. This is G2 Esports jungler Yankos. Trying out Pantheon Jungle. This is a game on patch 12.14. He's played just one game on this patch so far, and it was this game of Pantheon Jungle. So he was obviously excited to try this pick out, see how it feels, see how it's going, and see if this is a pick we're going to be seeing more in solo queue, a pick we're going to be seeing more in professional play. Obviously, very, very strong early game champion. That's usually pretty decent for the jungle, you know, depending on what your playstyle or whatever is. He has click on CC. That's going to be awesome for ganks. He can fight for crabs. He can get in the enemy jungle and invade. He can do a lot of different things. So Pantheon is interesting and fun. As far as the rune setup, what we're looking at here, obviously you want to make sure you're getting into every game with the right runes. Also take note that Yankos, he did a 3-camp clear, and then now he's looking to make a play. He's looking to tower dive, he's looking to gank, he's looking to get in the enemy team's jungle. Obviously his Jax was slow pushing the wave, so he looks for an easy dive top lane, and they're able to pull it off. Yes, Xin Zhao shows up, but they're able to hop away. That's something you need to be doing. There's a lot of junglers in the meta right now where you're just going to full clear. You're going to like scale to level 6, maybe even further on down the game, maybe till you have your first full item. That's not what you're trying to do on Pantheon. On Pantheon, you would love it if the game breaks down. If there's like 15 kills at 10 minutes or 6 minutes or something ridiculous like that, that's going to be advantageous for Pantheon and his team. He's super strong early game, level 2, level 3, 4, 5. Even once he hits 6, being able to gank with your ult is going to be super, super strong. But yeah, obviously you don't scale well. If this game gets to 2, 3, 4 items and you're Pantheon, you're not going to be completely useless, but you're not going to be super strong. And obviously with the durability patch coming out a couple of patches ago now, you know, games are going a little bit longer, champions are a little bit tankier. It's harder to get kills in the early game, but like I said, if you're going to the right lanes, if there's lanes that are overextended, if you're ganking a lane where somebody can really set something up, I mean, especially right now with Talia being as strong as she is in the meta, if you guys have ever played Talia mid with Pantheon Jungle, it's disgusting. You W the person as Pantheon, and then Talia gets a full rake through them. I mean, you can like one-shot anybody. So, you know, be looking to gank lanes that can actually do something when the enemy CC'd, stuff like that. But yeah, rune setup is Conqueror for Yankos. I see a lot of people taking Press the Attack when I look on u.gg right now, but Conqueror actually has the higher win rate. So I actually applaud Yankos. You know, it's not surprising that Yankos has a good rune setup, that he knows what's going on. But what Yankos is taking on the Pantheon is obviously Conqueror with the Triumph, Legend Tenacity, Last Stand, and then Inspiration secondary with the Free Boots and the Cosmic Insight. Obviously taking attack speed, adaptive force, and armor. Very, very standard stuff for jungle. Overall, I think it's a pretty good rune page. I don't mind if you get away from the free boots. I know a lot of people are theorizing something like Hex Flash on Pantheon, which I think could be pretty interesting and could be pretty good as well. I can take a look at some of the other good rune setups. You know, I don't know. Domination secondary doesn't seem super good. Sorcery secondary doesn't seem super good either. I mean, yeah, if you wanted to go domination secondary, it's not the worst if you go something like sudden impact and Treasure Hunter or something like that. But I do think that Hex Flash with Cosmic Insight can also be very, very good as well, which then allows you to get boots earlier, because if you're going to be running around, if you're going to be ganking a bunch of lanes, trying to make a bunch of plays, sometimes early boots can be good. Now, obviously, if you're making a bunch of plays and getting a bunch of ganks off, you're going to be getting your, magical footwear sooner anyway, but yeah, that's what you're trying to do. You definitely want to get in the other team's jungle, fight for crabs, fight the jungler, ganks. You want to be showing up at the early drags. You want to be showing up at the early heralds. This is not a pick where you want to, fall down 2 dragons to 0 and try and fight for that third one. You want to be the team that's up 2 dragons to 0. You want to be the team that got the heralds and got first turret and unlocked your mid laner to start roaming around with you. You want to get in their face. I'd also say Pantheon Jungle is a really good champion to duo with. If you're duo with your mid laner, if you're duo with your top laner, and you think that they are a good player and can carry games, you can just repeat gank. You can level 2 gank a mid, get their flash, do 1 camp, come right back. You can gank top 2, 3, 4 times in the first 10 minutes. You can do a lot of really annoying stuff like that with Pantheon Jungle. Also, of course, with the Pantheon buffs, the increased damage to monsters, even if you are a Pantheon top mid lane player or anything like that, that just makes you kill camps even faster. So that's definitely something you want to be looking out for as well. As far as the skill order for Pantheon Jungle, this is what Jankos took. He took Q at level 1, E at level 2, and then W at level 3. Again, if you wanted to go for a level 2 gank, if you're trying to get cheesy, if you start red side, grab your red buff, look for level 2 bot or mid or something like that, I could see going Q into W and it could be fine, because I think you really do need the W if you're going for a level 2 gank. But Jankos goes for the standard path of Q, E, W, maxing Q, maxing W, and then finally maxing E. Obviously, that's always going to be a really, really nice thing. You're going to jump into a gank, try and burst the person down while they're stunned, and then when they try to return damage onto you, you're going to throw up your shield, you're going to throw up your E, and you're going to walk away. You're going to get the heck out of there. It's going to be super strong for those 2v1 ganks, but also Pantheon's going to be very, very good in those 2v2 situations as well. As far as the build, here's what we were looking at. This is what Jankos decided to go, and I want to pull up maybe what some other build options are as well. Jankos did the red smite with the yellow trinket, put it down, recalled, got the sweeper, pretty normal stuff. Red smite, obviously going to be super, super good. Going for early lethality, he built into the Youmuu's first item, which so far on this patch, really not that good, not that strong. Some of the items with higher win rates first item on Pantheon are Eclipse has a higher win rate first item, Gore Drinker has a higher win rate first item, which I actually saw a Chinese jungler going in solo queue on this patch as well. Prowler's Claw seems really good, and Divine Sunder are all really, really good as well. Youmuu's first item actually only has a 44% win rate, so maybe Jankos picked it, because it was the best in this game or in this situation or something like that. But the numbers say this is not what you should be doing the most often. I do really like him going the Lucidity boots, though. Those are definitely very, very strong on Pantheon this patch. Jankos then does end up going the Eclipse, which is fine, but still, even if you're going to go Eclipse into Youmuu's, I still don't think Youmuu's is the second best item even on him. Some people going Axiom Arc, Serpent's Fang, Maw of Malmortius, Blade of the Ruined King, Edge of Night. There just seems to be so many better items on Pantheon right now than Youmuu's. Youmuu's seems fine, but I would definitely not go for the Youmuu's. I would probably go for something else. Eclipse seems good. He goes into a Stopwatch. He goes into a Hex Drinker. He's obviously building into a Maw, maybe grabbing a GA. I think those are fine items on Pantheon too, but you do have a lot of different options. You have some different ways to go. Death Dance is good. You want to get like 1 or 2 real strong lethality items, so you can kill people, so you can take advantage of your really strong early game 1, 2 items. After that, you kind of want to start going defensive, because once you get to 3, 4, 5 items in the game, you start going into mid to late to super late game. You're mostly going to be a CC bot. You're mostly just going to be looking to W onto people, CC them, stay alive, stay annoying, and if you can get tanky enough to get off multiple Ws, multiple click-on CCs in a fight, that's how you can be really, really annoying. And again, it's not ideal to be a 3-4 item Pantheon, but if you do get to that spot, which you're going to get sometimes, you want to be as useful as possible, and that's definitely how I think you can be most useful as a Pantheon, even in the mid to late game. But definitely try and get as much damage in your first 2 items as you can. Get that lethality, shred some people, blow them up, and then later on in the game, try to be useful, try to be annoying. But yes, Pantheon Jungle, it is now a pick. It is back once again. The buffs, I definitely think, are going to help him out. Like I said, he was a 43% win rate jungler in patch 12.13. So far, just a couple of hours into patch 12.14, he is now a 47% win rate jungler. So I'm not saying that he's lighting the world on fire. It's not like this is a pick that you can farm for free LP or anything like that. But his win rate has increased in jungle 4% in just one patch. This is much more playable. And if people start playing him more, his win rate could definitely increase as they start finding out the build, you know, finding out the right strategy, all that stuff. We could see this win rate go up as the patch goes on. Like I said, I don't think he's going to be a meta-defining jungler, but maybe Riot will buff him again next patch. I don't know. He's definitely a lot better than he was in patch 12.13, and these big buffs are definitely a reason why. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. If you drop a like if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about Pantheon Jungle. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all of the Game House's latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.